Hello dear MMA fans, today we have some funny news to share. The fighters are waiting impatiently the next UFC big card, and some of them are training very hard, some of them are partying. And the question of the day is, for whom Chandler is training for? Fans' reactions started to rain with hilarious comments on Chandler's recent post. Let's check some of them.
Bro thinks he's training for Conor. Get yourself a girl that'll be obsessed you as much as Mike's obsessed with Conor. Putting in work for what? 2026. Imagine you train for the rest of your life, waiting Conor to fight you. Conor ain't working this hard. Bro, if Conor fucks around on another date, forget about him and get another fight. Gee, keep waiting, nigga. Give up on Conor. While our boy Chandler waits for Conor, Strickland is having the time of his life.
We gotta turn on the bilge pump. Oh yeah, babe, just send it in.
And Jonny Walker started to do commercials.
With Aviator as their official ambassador. Join the ranks of 32 million players with me and dive into the ultimate experience of the top crash games. Fly high, win big, more excitement awaits.
Or do crazy jumps in water like an old Johnny style. For sure, all those hilarious knockouts didn't affect his way of being Jonny Walker. After winning more than $1.5 million from the winning bet on Nate Diaz, McGregor parties without limits and the fan reacted.
Celebrating the bag he made off Nate. Bro looks different again.
Jon Jones is connecting with nature. The UFC 305 star Dricus Du Plessis started to act in bad commercials. Let's check it out.
Yo, watch this, boys. Nice car, fuckwit! What the fuck are you gonna do? Come on, a fucking shitbox little car. What are you gonna do? Huh? What'd you say, cunt?
Dricus Du Plessis!
You looking to get choked up? Oh, no. I was actually just admiring your ride. I'm actually interested in getting one myself.
You just fucking bitched that?
Yeah, you just sucked him off, mate.
No, I fucking didn't. Bro, if he got out of the car, I would have fucked him up.
Belal Muhammad is training hard for the rematch against Leon Edwards.
These people don't go tell people how hard they train. They train in the fucking dark. These people live in darkness. When they're out in the light, putting on a show that's worth paying for. You guys don't even see their fucking grind. So a lot of times people want to be those people. You don't want to be those fucking people. You have no idea what they went through. You have no idea. When I tell you today what you're going to have to go through to get where you want.
UFC middleweight champion Dricus Du Plessis says that Israel Adesanya's biggest achievement was defeating Alex Pereira.
He knows it and the world knows it. He has done great things in the sport. But when it comes to as big as he's going to get, he has been as big as he's going to get in the sport. When it comes to the title defenses, the winning streaks, that will never come again because he doesn't have the time. So I think his biggest achievement for him personally was beating Alex Pereira. Now he had this nemesis who's beaten him multiple times, and after that fight he was ready to call it quits. That's what I saw in his eyes as well, trying to convince me, but more so trying to convince himself that he still wants to do this and that he still has what it takes to be the best fighter in the world.
In Jackson podcast, the famous UFC fighter Uriah Hall breaks down the moment when Chris Weidman broke his leg in their fight.
The second fight, literally the week before the fight, I remember girlfriend at the time I was calling. I was so nervous. I was like, man, I won't lose this motherfucker again. And I was just a little sensitive about it. And the weigh-ins, I remember he's in front of me. This is how weird it is. He was standing in front of me. I'm looking at him. And I'm like, this motherfucker got skinnier. What's going on with him? And I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure if I kick him hard enough, I break his leg. I remember saying that. And I watched 2 or 3 of his fights. And he did the same thing every fight. Touch glove, move, kick. Touch glove, move, kick. So I'm like, oh, there's the pattern. So I was like, I know he's heavy-handed. I know he's probably going to take me down. I'm going to just keep an eye out for that kick. That's what I said. When I went out there, I knew he was going to kick. I broke in through my friend's leg like that before. There's a certain way you kind of drive into it. And I was bracing to counter, and by the time before I countered, his shit just wrapped around my leg.
Cory Sandhagen breaks down the head kick moment in Alex Pereira versus Jiri Prochaska.
There are spots that you can hit people in the face and in the head that do just as much damage as smoking someone like in the eyes or in the nose or on the jawline or something like that. And it's one that kind of gets overlooked a lot. And it's this temple shot and this behind the ear shot, okay? Boxers are really, really good at finding these types of spots. The reason being is because when boxers have these big gloves on and they can guard a lot of their face, they have to be really, really precise in where it is exactly that they're aiming on someone. Pyfer did a super awesome job landing this shot, and I think it's because he just comes from a boxing background.
UFC 306 in Las Vegas is scheduled for around Mexican Independence Day, September 14th, 2024. While the fight card has not been officially announced, rumors are circulating about a potential matchup between current BMF champion Max Holloway and reigning UFC featherweight king Ilia Topuria. However, Topuria's past statement about moving up to a higher weight class adds uncertainty to his future in featherweight, making it a 50-50 proposition. Despite this, there is still speculation about Ilia Topuria's divisional plans. Adding to the speculation, Michael Bisping recently dismissed claims of Topuria moving into the lightweight division to face the division king Islam Makhachev. Speaking on his YouTube channel, Michael Bisping alongside Harrington discussed the UFC sphere that has emerged as the most anticipated card for UFC and UFC CEO Dana White. Harrington raised the potential of featuring a Spanish-speaking fighter like Ilia Topuria on the main fight card. He also claimed that the event would break all the records. Harrington focused on the possibility of Islam Makhachev as a potential opponent for Ilia Topuria, as the latter had previously expressed an interest in moving to the lightweight class. Ilia is good, yes, Makhachev said. I think in my opinion he has good wrestling skills, but he always uses his boxing. And when you have good boxing, your opponent has good boxing, it's a little bit dangerous. He is good, but his next opponent is Max Holloway. If he beats Max, if he beats Movsar Evloev, he has a big job to do in his division. The 32-year-old Makhachev made his demands to Topuria crystal clear. Before thinking about a weight change fight, he must dominate his division. At the same time, however, he leaves the door open for a possible fight with Topuria in the future. Man, I don't know why the little guys want to fight me, Makhachev added. I would give him the chance. I gave Volkanovski the chance twice. Maybe for the future someday. Why not? In the end, Conor, Israel Adesanya, and Dominik Reyes are showing support for Michael Chandler, posting some motivational short movies.
Set a time to train at that time. Set a time to go to sleep at that time. Set a time to get up at that time. Don't tell yourself you need to do something and then don't do it. That's what I was talking about with Ariel. I knew in my head I was saying, get up at this time. I didn't get up at that time. Train at this time. I didn't train at that time. Don't eat this. I ate that. Don't drink that. I drank it. And these all just infiltrate my mental strength.
Just little kind of defeats.
Exactly, little defeats instead of wins, and it just culminates into and you just don't want to be here. So I'm just figuring myself out like I've never figured myself out before.
Opportunity to compete. Every day that you're here, there's always hope. Be good, be good in everything. Be good to your friends, be good to your family, be good at what you do. Take pride in who you are.
Life is a game. I would use this moniker of player one, and even people sometimes think, oh, he's so narcissistic. He thinks he's player one. I'm like, don't you? Are you a bot? Like, everyone can grab the controller and play the fucking game, but most people don't. I'm sure you see it. Most people just go through life just on the programming. They just go with the flow, whatever. And it's good to go with the flow, but whose flow are you going with?